And we're back with another episode. Well, it's been a minute. I'm Anita, sentimental woman.
To listen to the podcast.
Hey, that was good.
You're welcome.
Welcome back to your favorite thing that's ever entered your eardrums, the Face Off podcast with Fleming and Fowler. My name is Monica Fleming.
And I'm Melissa Fowler.
And we're here today to just give it to you. What you've been asking for. What the people want. We are women of the people.
That's right.
We missed you.
Yes, we did.
We're here. We're back. How was your week? How has your time been away from me? Okay.
Sorry, y'all. My week has been interesting. It's been a rough one, y'all. I'm just going to tell you that
Rough Riders Anthem?
Yeah, I was doing really good. I took up my carpet from my living room, put in laminate flooring all by myself.
Can't believe it.
I still can't believe it either. And it actually looks really good.
It looks so good, y'all.
I just have to go back and like there looks like ants are on the baseboard, but it's just the little nail, like the brad nail holes or whatever that I still have to fill with caulking or whatever. But anyway, so what happened? Is your earring, thing not working?
I broke good.
Oh, can you still hear?
Yeah.
Okay, well, as long as you still hear, you're good.
Yeah, I think we're okay.
Yeah, we should be good. Fucking ragged ass beats by Dre. Anyway, so.
Oh, there we go. It just popped
okay. So yeah, I did my floor and everything was great with that. And
you're what my Nana would call a can-do woman.
That's right. Well, I mean, I have no choice because I wasn't trying to spend a whole crap ton of money. But anyway, after that, my AC went out and started blowing hot air. So if y'all see me, it's partially fixed. So my AC guy has to come again tomorrow. But by the time this comes out, the AC would have been fixed already.
Because y'all.
It's hot in
Hell
Texas.
wishes it was this hot.
It's fucking hot.
108 last week.
Yes.
This week, like 106.
Yes.
It's too hot to do anything.
It really is.
Like burns through your soul. Like the water in your eyes evaporates when you walk outside the door.
I had so many plans to do stuff over the weekend and I couldn't do it because I was just like, I sat my behind downstairs where it was cooler with a box fan and just rode out the night, right? I was like,
everyone's getting heat exhaustion. Yeah. Everything you do takes twice the energy.
Absolutely.
I like take 3 steps and I'm like, oh, I feel like shit.
I don't even go outside. I'm like, when was the last time I went outside? Like I just went and got a bunch of groceries. Like I try to grocery shop at like 6 a.m. because it's too hot. It's way too hot. How was your week though?
It's been a week. I'll tell you that.
Well, we're going to talk about your Mexico trip where...
Yeah, because it wouldn't be a trip that I was on unless some shit happened.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you that right now.
How was work?
Also getting back. So I worked 15 days in a row almost. I think I had 1 day off. I worked
like the man at Burger King.
Yeah.
Worked for 27
and they gave
years.
me a gift card and some candy.
Yeah,
I wish they gave me a gift card. I worked like 15 days in a row. So I was burnt, capital B out, capital O. So then I went on vacation for about a week.
I was like, that's not how you spell burnt, but you were saying burnt out. I was like, what? It's the heat.
B.O. I was capital burnt out. When I got back to work, I've had like motivation at an all-time low.
Yeah.
I don't want to, I think, and I'm in a different unit. I'm in Euro.
You're in Euro? Okay. Well, that's good that you're in Euro.
I'm in Neuro now.
Oh, cool.
So I saw like max 3 patients every day.
Yeah, because they can't do anything. Most of them are
on hold, and I was just like, I don't have the motivation. I don't have the energy. The effort is not. It's been rough. I'll tell you that about work.
Yeah,
it's been a doozer.
I hear you, girl.
My project patient passed away, and that was
which was actually a patient of mine at one point, and that was. When I heard the news, I was just.
That was super tough because it was just like, we knew it may come. There were talks of it coming, but it happened very suddenly, and it was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
So it was a rough week.
Were you there when it happened or no?
No, I wasn't there. It happened overnight, and I came in the next day. I was upstairs on Neuro, and I saw the unit clerk from downstairs.
Oh, and she told you what happened.
And I said, what are you doing up here? She said she was getting something, and she said, why are you up here? I said, I have my patients up here, but I'm going to run down and see so-and-so down there. And she's like, no one told you what happened? I was like, what do you mean what happened?
That sucks.
That was rough.
It's like when you see a patient, like, and so many people are involved in your care from the very beginning to, like, unfortunately the end. It's like you have so many different people that are, like, rooting for you and rooting for that patient and rooting for them to do well and praying for them and all that kind of stuff. And so it kind of hits you very different when you lose a patient that you're connected to.
Yeah, especially because you always have to be on the offensive, on the positive, on the this all sucks, but we're not focusing on that. Let's grow. Let's do this and that. We're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And so when that happens, you're like, well, shit.
Yeah, it's like, what is it all worth it for? Like, exactly. why do we do this crap? It's so stupid.
So that was tough. Yeah. And I still just like have not recovered from Peru last week. I'm so sleep deprived. I feel like
you mean Mexico?
Mexico. Peru last month. Yeah. Mexico last week. I have not recovered from any trip. I need to just stay my ass at home, but we all know that's not going to happen.
No.
But I think I'm grounded. I'm stuck on the ground for the next month and a half. So
I was gonna say your PTO has no choice but to, but
I want you to know I checked my PTO bank. I had 12 hours and I used 16.
Wow, that's
last
good.
week.
That's
awesome. So, you know,
I think that's awesome.
I'm just Sagittarius moon. I gotta go, baby. I gotta fly.
Pretty much.
But yeah, that's what's going on with work. I still have a job. I know everyone was extremely worried.
For now,
Mexico was a dream. I love Mexico. I wish I could live there.
You didn't drink the water, did you?
No, I never drink the water.
Good.
But for the last 2 times we've been to South and Central America, my stomach is fine the entire time there.
Yeah.
As soon as I get back to the U.S., my entire colon is like, fuck you.
Really?
Oh, yeah, wow, I don't know what it is. It's like delayed traveler's diarrhea times 8. I get these I like look at food and get these horrible stomach cramps.
That's horrible.
It's awful. But have you been to Mexico?
No, never been.
What?
I need to go.
You need to. It's awesome.
But I don't want to go. Okay, does Mexico have a winter?
No.
Like, so it's always hot there.
Yeah. It's cooler sometimes.
Okay, when time of the year? Like a spring or like the winter time?
Christmas time.
Okay, well that's the only time I'm going to go because I'm not a person who likes to bake in the sun.
It was hot. I'm going to tell you right now, when we were down there, it was hot.
That's what I'm saying. I'm black. I have enough melanin. I don't need any more extra vitamin D. I get enough here in Texas.
It's pretty hot.
And I don't even go out, but going from the car to like the store, that's enough vitamin D. I take a vitamin D supplement every single day. So
there you go. That's all you need. No.
Exactly.
So we went to Tulum and it's like the Vegas of Mexico.
I heard Tulum is like very...
It was like
turned up.
Since 2019, like since COVID, Tulum has just sprouted as this like party place. So
just at a resort?
No, we stayed in an Airbnb.
Oh, okay.
It was expensive as hell.
Okay, but it was a lot of y'all.
There was a lot of us. It was just like every time we had a dinner, it was 35,000 pesos,
which is how much?
Like $2,000.
Y'all are...
We got. But I'm like, you come out with the sparklers and the bottles and everyone's on the table dancing. Like, how are we not supposed to order bottle service?
Because you feel rich in Mexico.
Because I feel rich when my ass goes to Applebee's or Cheddar's or some shit and I can order appetizer and dessert. You don't think my ass felt rich dancing on a table with sparklers and drinks coming everywhere? Are you kidding me?
They probably were like charging y'all for the cleaning services for dancing on their fucking tables.
You know what it was? So one of the girls we were with in our group, the bride was like, I want shots. Shout out to Sophia.
Shots.
Yeah.
Hey, Sophia.
Hey, Sophia. It was her bachelorette party. She was like, I want shots. So one of the girls there orders the shots. We didn't know what she was ordering. We're just like, yeah, order the shots. We're fine. So the guy eventually comes out and he brings a bottle of 1942. Do you know what 1942 is?
1738.
Basically.
Yeah, baby.
Jose Cuervo, 1942 is this brown bottle of tequila that like Kylie Jenner drinks.
Oh, okay.
That's all I have to say about that. Okay. Do you think my ass has ever ordered 1942? Absolutely not.
I only lived once.
But once it was on the table, I was like, well, shit, we're already fucked.
How much is this bottle?
It's like $300 a bottle. I was
going to say, it's outside, probably like $1,800.
Yeah, if I bought it at like Twin Liquors, it would be $300, and I'm buying it in this fucking expensive ass club. So after that, I was like, we're already fucked. Yeah. We might as well embrace it.
Pretty much. Shouts all around.
And it was some of the best tequila I've ever had. Unfortunately, I'm pissed about it, but it was good. We lost someone in Mexico.
What do you mean lost someone? Are they found?
My Apple iPhone.
Was
never recovered. No. I mean, it's a real person to me.
Yes. Let me tell y'all, this girl, so I'm texting her last week and I'm like, hey, you know, the episode, I've emailed it to her email, I give her our spiel. Here's the stuff because she's the social media person, right? So I'm texting her and she doesn't respond because she never responds to any text messages or phone calls at all.
I delay respond, but I respond.
Never respond. She will respond like a week later and be like, oh yeah, and then she'll answer what I already asked. And I'm like, you fucking bitch. So all of a sudden Monday when we released, Tuesday when we released the other episode, she texts me from one of our other coworkers' phone and was like, hey, it's me, Alyssa. I didn't tell you, but I can't do the graphic this week because I lost my phone in Mexico. And I'm like, This is why I will never travel with you. I will never travel with you. Dude, or I will try my best not to.
I got to work on Tuesday and I was like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. And I sat there and I was like, Audrey, give me your phone. Immediately, I texted you. I was like, shit.
Thank God for Audrey.
Yo, not having a phone is like a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
It's so nice because no one can reach you. You're not worried about shit. You're not like constantly scrolling. Yeah. But it's a curse because you never know how many times you need a calculator. Yes. Or how many times people are like, hey, what are you doing this day? And you don't know because it's not on your calendar. Or you just want to call someone really quick. Or like, oh, let me just shoot them a text. Or like everyone's scrolling and you're like, well, shit, I want to be scrolling.
Yeah.
I use my phone for so much, so that was annoying. But what are you going to do?
Yeah. I mean, listen.
I used to be the queen of losing shit on trips because I was just
It seems like you got your reign back.
But I swear to God, I haven't lost something like a phone or an ID or anything on a trip probably for like 7 or 8 years. And I was very proud of that.
Okay. Well, you lost your streak this time.
And I wasn't even drunk this time when we lost it. It was just like a ADHD moment where I like set it down. I was taking care of the bride. She was whacked off her ass. Thank God as she should be. It's her bachelor party. When I tell you she was holding a drink and it just went fell completely out of her hand.
Oh my God.
And so my dumbass
and somehow she managed to get her phone back to the United States.
And my dumbass said, oh my God, here, hold my drink. I'm going to clean this up.
Yeah.
So what do you think happened?
You put your phone down.
No, drops my drink, shattered on the floor. Oh. So I'm like, oh shit, let me clean that up. And in all of that, the phone got set down and lost somewhere. But even weirder than that is we were walking through this bar, club, restaurant situation, and I saw, you know how like since we work in rehab, we see things people don't see and we think they're really cool, but it's not kosher to go up and just tell people.
Right.
That's really cool. Like if you see someone's prosthetic leg and you're like, that's a nice ass leg.
Yeah.
You can't just walk up to someone and be like, yo, love your leg. It's fucking weird. So I saw this girl in a wheelchair and I was like, that's a nice ass custom wheelchair.
Yeah.
And I was like, as my hand is going to tap her to be like, I love your wheelchair. Like you'd be like, I love your shoes or I love your dress. It hits me that like she doesn't know what I do or who I am.
Exactly.
So you can't just be like, nice wheels. Like,
please don't say that to anybody.
Like, love your chair, bitch, because that's fucking weird.
Because we stare at people oddly and awkwardly all the time in social spaces, especially for physical therapists. Like, we're constantly analyzing people's gait. We're constantly looking at the way you walk, and it's like subconscious. You don't even realize you're doing it until somebody looks at you and just like, what the fuck are you looking at, bitch? And
I always want to be like, step into your walker a little more.
Yeah, every time. It's like the what do they call it? The physical therapist like anxious moment to like, go up to a person if they're using their assistive device wrong, and it's like you're gonna break your brachial plexus. Like stop. You're gonna
or they're like waddling with a cane, and I'm like, do you have a walker at home?
Yeah, or if it's too low or too high, I'm like, can I please adjust this to your?
But it's you cannot just approach people like that. So I didn't go up to her because I was like, that's fucking weird, and I'm not going to. Lo and behold, I see one of my friends from grad school posting about her pictures on Tulum, like she was there, and I was like, were you just in Tulum? She's like, oh my God, yeah. And I was like, were you at this restaurant? Were you sitting by the bathroom? She goes, yeah. Well, she is in a wheelchair.
That was your classmate.
Yes. I was like, bitch, I saw you in your chair. And I almost said hi, but I didn't want to be weird because I didn't know who the fuck it was.
That is hilarious.
In that small fucking world, dude.
So you should have went up to her.
I should have. So that's, maybe you should go up to someone when you see them.
Definitely. Don't say cool wheels, though.
Yeah, don't say cool wheels. All them to say, someone stole my cell phone.
Yeah.
In Mexico. I was tracing my location the whole time. I have some down ass friends who are like, let's take $400 and roll up and see if they'll give us your phone. And I said, no. Usually yes, but in Mexico, absolutely not.
No, definitely
so
not.
My phone has been lost to the Mexican gods, the Aztecs, and I have a new one. I know we were all worried.
Yeah, because you kept messaging me from your email address, and I was like, this is weird. I'm sick of this crap.
Bitch, I was trying to message people from my Apple Watch. That shit is hard.
Oh, yeah, because it doesn't pick. It's like the dictation is not as great as it is in the actual phone,
and then I would try to, like, I have sausage fingers. I'm trying to type on those stupid.
No, don't try to
It's hard not having a phone out here.
Yeah, definitely. Well, speaking of other trips and stuff, and the fact that it was so hot. Y'all, it's been crazy hot here in Texas. And let me tell you, like, who has the biggest audacity, like, other than somebody who stole Alyssa's phone? Fucking ERCOT. Okay, ERCOT is a company, which I didn't realize they were, like, all over Texas, in that every city that has something, like, it's a branch up under ERCOT. But ERCOT owns the whole shebang in Texas. So these stalking-ass people have been messaging and calling people, emailing.
If you look at my voicemail log right now, it's just like,
That 188 number.
Yep, the number.
It's so annoying. And they're just like, hey, please try to conserve. No, stop acting like you're fucking North Korea and share the rest of the grid with with your neighboring states that are on either side of you and above you. Like, what the fuck?
And then they try to play on your conscience. They're like, in a poll of 100 houses of like yours, you are the 56th most efficient. And I'm like, I could be the 99th. And then I don't give a shit. I'm not turning my AC up for y'all.
And then they come back and they're just like, oh, you fell 2 spots from last week. I'm like,
don't get back. Middle finger emojis to you. I'm hot, and it is hot in Texas, and that is my goddamn right, and I'm paying for it.
Listen, and y'all never ask companies to conserve. These hospitals are some of the most wasteful people in the world. I cannot tell you how many times I've worked in hospital settings, and literally they have every light on. Everybody's got the TVs on. Turn off some of these TVs.
AC's on 60.
Exactly. The OR is freezing. So if y'all are not requiring other places to do this, don't ask residents to do this crap.
The audacity.
I don't even have my AC on crazy high. It's probably, anyway, neither here nor there. But my AC is fixed now. That's all that matters. But
it's a good business to be in, is the AC business.
It's
in Texas in the summer.
It's profitable. But even the guy that I talked to today who came to fix my AC, he was just like, they have been so insanely busy. He was like, at a point, the money is not even worth it.
It's like tax season.
Yes, because he was like, I have not had a day off, and I can't tell you how many weeks.
Well, and because it's I know the idea of 100 degrees, but the feeling of 100 plus degrees is very different.
And this is not the same sun as when we were kids.
No, did you see that TikTok that was so funny of that guy who was like, "This is not the same sun I used to play on."
We didn't even have like sunscreen, hats, nothing. To all of my coaches out there, former band directors, y'all were trying to murder us because y'all did not give us any kind of suntan lotion in South Florida. But this is not the same level of heat either.
It's not. And my thing is, if you work for an AC company and someone's calling you at this point, hey, my AC's broken, you as a decent human being, you're not going to be like, oh, it's got to wait. You're going to go out there and I would hope go out there and fix it. It's hot as shit.
It is.
And you feel bad leaving people like that, so you're just constantly busy.
Yeah, and then the guy that came today, thankfully my AC unit on the outside is shaded on the side of my house.
Mine is not.
So he was just like, I was just admiring that, wow, thank you. He was like, there's some people, their things are directly in the sun and they wonder why their AC burns out. And so I was like, oh crap, I totally forgot that I just put some, before he came, when I woke up that morning, I put some cold waters in my fridge. Well, I actually put them in my freezer. So while he was out there servicing my thing, I was like, hey, do you want a bottle of water? He was, oh my God, thank you so much. And I was like, yeah, you're out here in the fucking heat, dude. That's not, I don't want you to pass out. Then I got to do CPR. I don't got that kind of homeowner's insurance.
I had a tree over my AC unit and I chopped it.
You can still put a covering over it.
Oh, yes, I could.
Yeah, you could do even a little tent or something like that. You could put on top of it, or one of those backyard things or whatever. Just make sure that it's they said it's 2 feet all the way around.
Backyardigans.
Yeah, but you can do that. But yeah, so ERCOT, stop calling me and telling me I don't care.
I'm telling you, every day I get a call from these people.
Every single day. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. What were you telling me about Jen and Ben?
Well,
I'll tell you what else.
Hell hath frozen over because Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez ran away and got their asses married in Vegas over the weekend.
I hope they got a prenup.
That's a good question. I don't know what he has. She definitely has more money than him.
Ben Affleck got Ben Affleck money. Well, he got kids, so he got child support. Never mind.
You don't think she has more money than him?
Nah.
Because she had that Vegas residency. She's in those dumb movies she's always in. Let's do a quick.
You're
intrigued.
You're intrigued. Okay.
I was gonna say confusion. I'm confusion. Ben Affleck net worth $105 million. Okay.
That seems very low for him, but
Jennifer, because he's not really doing very much. Batman kind of ruined it for him.
Oh, he's Batman?
Oh, hers is $150 million.
Oh, I could believe that. Yeah, I could believe that. Because she's singing,
got a catalog.
She's singing, because she could tour and act. He can only act.
Yes, I agree. But yeah, so they're married. Congrats to them. Who knows how long it'll last? He's a serial philanderer.
She's a serial fiance.
That is true.
She's been with not so many men. I'm not calling you a whore or anything like that. But hey, you got a man I don't, so it's fine.
Hey.
Do you, boo? You're doing something right.
But congratulations to them.
Congratulations,
man
to
and
those
wife.
couple.
People are out here getting married and engaged.
Listen, I definitely, one of my cousins actually just got engaged. Congratulations to you. You know who
congratulations, you.
And I think it's beautiful. I think engagements are beautiful. I think people who are finding their person here on this earth is amazing. And, you know, I'm excited for these people's unions. Like, we know a couple that we went to their engagement party recently. They're getting ready to get married.
You and I went to an engagement party?
Yes, oh, yes. Bridal shower.
Hello.
What the hell?
Hello.
Yeah. What you call us actually next week?
Yes, they have parties on parties.
Yes. I love it though. Love wins, man. I love love. I love love.
I think I'm just like in that mid-20s, all of your friends are getting engaged. You're traveling all the time for these weddings and paying all this money, and you're in all these bachelorette parties. So I'm just like, you know, like wedding love is tainted for me right now because it's just costing me an arm and a leg to celebrate these people that I love. But it's fine. I'm happy for them.
No, I just don't go. I'm just like, tell me when the wedding is.
You ain't got the FOMO like I got the FOMO.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Well, that's because you're still in your 20s. I'm in my 30s.
That's true.
I'm just like, nah, I'm good. All my traveling days they're not.
There's something about a personal like if you put me in a group chat, I'm cool ignoring you. There's something about you sending me a personal text and I'm like, God damn it. Got to do it. No. Okay. Also, you know how my cell phone wasn't working when I got the new one? It was texting you from the email address.
Yeah.
I went to the AT&T store to get it fixed, and he was fixing it, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna fix some other things too because he said it was running slow, and I was like, okay, because I have 9,000 unread texts and all this shit. So the 9,000 unread texts got cleared off when I switched over my phone, and he's like messing with my phone for 5 minutes. He finally gives it back, and rude as fuck, or it's just rude as fuck because I hear rude things, but he was like, yeah, you had about 400 open browsers on your phone. That's why it was running so slow. I was like, you don't have to be rude to me because I have a curious mind, sir.
Didn't I pay you for this? Like, relax.
Rude as fuck. But then I was like, how many open browsers do normal people have?
Yeah.
How many open browsers do you have on your phone?
0.
What?
I don't open anything.
You don't go on Safari?
Yeah, but I close it right after and I hit the X.
Wait, what?
Because I hate the little red things. I hate red notifications. And I'll do everything that I can to get rid of them.
So every time you open a browser window on Safari on your phone, you close it out when you're done?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Who doesn't do that?
That is the weirdest shit I've ever heard.
But that's what slows down your phone. And drains your battery.
But what if you want to look at it later?
Why do I need to look at it? If I'm going on Home Depot to look at refrigerators, I saw the price.
What?
Close.
I am literally shocked.
Well, you're the one who have 9,000 unread text messages.
Yeah, that's different.
How is that? That's not different. It's not different. That is absolutely
I need
insane.
The receipts.
No, I can't stand it. I'll look at it.
The receipts are for you and for me.
No.
Because I forget shit.
No, I keep my text messages. I just don't have them unread. So I can quickly go back.
I need it for me so that when I'm like, I don't remember. It's
because then you never respond.
Well, that is true.
That's why I'm telling y'all, when this podcast goes national and international, all I'm saying is that like when we are like on HBO or something, I don't know. When we're on radio or something, y'all just remember this conversation, okay? So if she doesn't show up and she's supposed to be at a meet and greet, I can guarantee you, I'm not calling her. I'm not reminding her of anything because she doesn't respond to her text messages. And as a person who is an empath, I hate people like that. I absolutely hate people who do not respond.
I'm doing my best.
You're not. And then the thing is, she has her phone in her hand all
I get overwhelmed and I put on Do Not Disturb and then people get upset.
Listen, the other day when I was texting you and it was like, oh, Alyssa's phone is silenced. Notify anyway? Bitch, yes. Notify anyway. I'm having a conversation with you. Then I call this heifer and then she's like, was that a real call or a fake call? Why the fuck am I pranking you?
I called you back immediately and it was like, doo-doo-doo. And I was like, maybe she did.
You had to learn a lesson. You had to learn a lesson to learn how to miss me in my presence.
What the fuck? Whenever people call me, I'm like, surely they didn't mean to call me.
Why not? You don't think people want to talk to you at any point in time in life?
No, why?
You're a weirdo. I cannot with you. Jeez.
That's so weird.
Well, I'll tell you what's not weird. Emmy nominations are out.
I love the Emmys. I love TV. What do you like more, movies or TV shows?
I like TV shows because I feel like there's more work that goes into TV shows because these people are on set every single day and they're trying to build up, rapport with an audience and whatnot versus the movie is just, climatic at one point.
I just love character development. Like I want to sink my teeth into this person.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you whose characters are amazing and is leading Emmy nominations. Our favorite show on this podcast, Abbott Elementary.
Quinta.
She's actually the first Black female to be nominated in 3 different categories for the same show.
Hot damn.
I love it. So she's nominated for Best Outstanding Comedy Series.
Period.
Then she's also nominated for Best Lead Actress in a Comedy Series.
Preach.
And then for something else. And then Janelle James, who plays the principal, she's nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
Hilarious.
Sheryl Lee Ralph, who plays Barbara on the show, she's nominated also for Best Supporting Actress. And then James Tyler... Everybody hates Chris.
Everybody hates Chris.
Can't remember his real name. It's James Tyler something, but he's nominated for Best Supporting Actor. So I think it's amazing that they got so many Emmy nods. Lizzo got nominated for an Emmy.
For what?
For producing and for her show. What is her show?
Yeah, she has a show. Yitty. It's not Yitty, but
yeah, but it's like the dancing
Tyler
show.
James Williams.
Tyler James Williams. Yeah, I knew it was something with James Tyler.
She does have that dancing show.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
It's called
Lizzo's Big Girls.
Watch out for the big girls.
Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Yeah, but it's really good. I've seen
what is it on?
It's on. I want to say Amazon Prime.
Oh,
Amazon Video. Yeah, but it's like one of the girls that's on there. She's an amazing dancer. She's actually from Alabama State University, HBCU. Shouts out, hoo-hoo. And she's a part of the dance group called the Honeybees.
Oh, that's
and they're
cute.
like the more voluptuous dancers because they have the. Was it the Hornets or something? I think they're the Hornets, but
the skinny bitches.
Anyway, but basically, so she's a part of the Honeybees, and the Honeybees be tearing their skinny asses up. I love it.
Damn.
Love it. Represent for the big girls.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
It's really good. And these girls be moving. So y'all stop fat shaming people, make it seem like heavier set girls cannot dance because they can. Okay, you better take a page out of Monique's book when she went on what was it, the BET Awards, and she was dancing to Beyonce in front of Beyonce with all big girls. Yes. Anyway.
All around the world.
So yeah, congratulations to all the Emmy nominations that are out there. Euphoria's been nominated for best.
See, look, I already have like
drama series. See, you can't. No, you need to stop that.
I think, but also on my computer, I have like 19 browsers open.
I don't even have Safari open right now.
Anyway, have you? So the ones that are nominated that I've seen, Euphoria, amazing.
I've only seen the first part of the first episode.
Okay.
Like the first.
I don't know if you'd like it. It's like very niche, I feel.
I don't know that I like that.
Severance. Have you watched that? Apple TV?
I haven't, but I heard it's really good.
Severance was wild. Like literally, I'm lost. I get it. Nope, lost again. Get it, lost again, and then boom, final episode. You're like, what the hell's going on? That was wild. Yellow Jackets was good.
Yeah, you've been telling me about Yellow Jackets. I need to watch that one.
I've never seen Better Call Saul. That's the prequel to, not Peaky Blinders, Breaking Bad, and I've never seen Breaking Bad.
I've seen a couple episodes of Breaking Bad. Squid Games was great.
That show was so
I can't wait for the second season to come out.
I just remember like there's some shows that like encapsulate everyone right when they happen, like Tiger King.
Yes.
And Squid, like that's all everyone talked about.
Yeah. Squid Game was good.
Ozark is on there. I only watched the first season, but I heard the second
Ozark is
good.
Really good too. That's going to be a hard category to win.
Drama series.
And Abbott Elementary is in there too. I think it's really going to be between like Abbott and Euphoria.
Yeah.
I really do. Because Gen Z is going to,
Well, the guy who did Euphoria, Sam Levinson, he's coming out with a new show with Johnny Depp's daughter and The Weeknd.
Johnny Depp has a daughter?
Yeah, Lily Rose Depp. She looks just like her.
I hope it's
big
not by,
eyes.
what you call it? Amber Heard?
No, it's by, her mom's a model with big ass eyes.
Imagine if they had kids? Jesus, that would be horrible.
God, that would be awful.
That's horrible.
But Abel's in it, and that's just like, it's the sleaziest love story ever, but it's about Hollywood and all this shit. But
so another Malcolm and Marie. Good.
Yeah, like Malcolm and Marie with leaving the house.
Okay, cool beans. I'll tell you who's probably not going to be leaving the house very soon. So, did you have all the drama that went on with DoorDash this week or this past week?
No, but I ordered DoorDash this morning.
Okay, so I will tell you this. So DoorDash last week apparently had a glitch where people noticed that they were getting their food basically for free. And so people, of course, start being niggas and started buying all of it. I'm talking about thousands of dollars worth of stuff. They were buying TVs and Xboxes, food, alcohol. This one guy bought like $17,000 worth of alcohol for $0.
How do people think that they can just get away with that?
Like, once you put your credit card in something, they're going to come after you.
That's
like,
why you got to put
glitch.
the Visa credit card in there, the gift card.
That's very true.
That's why when they try to pull that money, ain't nothing
They
there.
probably still gonna come after you though, like, and prosecute you to the full extent of the law. So DoorDash found out about the glitch, of course, after all these people ordered this stuff, and they've been swiping the shit out of people's cars. Some people have like a negative $17,000 in their bank account, negative $2,000, and I'm just like,
that's why you gotta play it safe. You gotta spend like $50, $100 maybe, kind of try it out.
But just don't do that, because anytime you put your credit card in anything, I don't care if you take your credit card out, you still like agree to have your credit card charged for those particular things that you order. So you're just gonna be screwed either way.
I would have ordered something, I think.
No. I
but
don't
nothing
play with
crazy.
Like
I would have just ordered my meal.
I've done that before with like an Amazon glitch where they were like, oh, they were giving something for like $10 that was really supposed to be $50, and I'm like, okay, thank you, Lord, that's my blessing.
Add to cart,
but not $17,000 worth of something. Like, that's too much.
Today I went to pump gas and my card wasn't working, but then it said $40 prepaid on the pump. So what do you think I did?
That's a blessing from God.
That's what I'm saying. I said I have been chosen by the Lord Himself.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Lord. Praise, hallelujah. And I started pumping my gas, and I was like, let me get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
And then the fucking little guy from inside was like, ma'am. And then I just see my pump, and it's like, pump has been stopped. And I was like, son of a bitch. He was like, did you prepay for that gas? And I was like, no, I did not, sir.
No.
He's like, then you're gonna have to get your ass inside and pay for it. And I like walk head down.
I love that.
I'm like, this was a test.
I absolutely
This was
love
not
that.
a gift. This was a test.
Yeah, Jesus was like, hi, I got you, bitch. You
failed. You got exactly.
You failed. Well, what were you telling me about, speaking of money and taking away money, what were you telling me about the euro?
The time has come, ladies and gents, because for the first time in 20 years, the U.S. dollar and the euro are about damn equal, which is amazing. Oh, no, it's awful. Like, it's impending doom.
Seriously.
But my ass is about to book tickets because we can finally afford to go to Europe.
Oh,
because I think it was like $1 to 113. Like, we're never equal.
I don't even think it was that. I think it was way more than that, because when I went to Paris in 2019 and I exchanged, I think, like $100 US dollars, and I think they only gave me like $60 something.
Is that not the worst feeling in the world?
Because it's like $40 and I ain't even gamble.
The best feeling is when you go to a country where the dollar is strong, and you like in Mexico, I got 1,500 pesos out. It was like $70, and I was like, I'm a fucking millionaire.
I'm rich.
But when you go to other places and it's flipped, you're like, what the hell?
That currency,
hell no.
And they always say, oh, go to the airport. That's a better exchange rate. No, it's not.
The fuck it is.
Use your credit card and just get them international fees. Because, baby, I was just like, I'm sorry, man, what you gave me back? $60. The fuck?
It sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So why is our dollar value the same?
I think it has less to do with us and more to do with Europe. There's ever since Russia decided to go rogue and do all that crazy shit. U.S. and a bunch of other countries put sanctions on them, and it's affecting the rest of Europe. I think Russia was in charge of a majority of their oil. And because they no longer have that, Europe is not receiving that oil. Prices are going up. They may be in an economic recession soon with layoffs and stuff. So their dollar's going down. For some reason, ours is, in terms to theirs, because we're inflated right now, it seems more stable. I don't know how that works.
Maybe because they're losing money, I think at some point we're probably going to end up aiding them.
Maybe, but they said something about how the U.S. is inflated, and because of that, and because our interest rates are so high, it's a higher dollar. I don't know.
Yeah.
All that to say, book your tickets to Europe, buy the hotels now. You're going to save yourself some money.
So
let's go to Europe.
No, not with you.
Come on, it'll be fun.
I would have to go with my own separate friends. We'll meet you at the restaurant.
What's the worst that could happen?
Don't say. See, I'm definitely not traveling with you. Absolutely not. Nope.
You don't like to play games? My favorite game to play anywhere is you walk into a room and you're like, who's the worst person we could see right now?
No, definitely not.
That's my favorite game to play, especially in foreign countries.
Listen, when I went to Paris, every day I was like, Jesus, please let us make it back to America safely.
What?
And I'm just paranoid. I don't like to travel. It
just like takes you out of your schedule.
Yes, and I'm not in control. First of all, people don't speak my language. Not that they don't speak my language. I don't speak their language. Nor do I expect them to speak my language.
Everyone speaks American.
No, they do not.
Everyone speaks dollars.
But the problem is that we as Americans go over there and expect them to know English, and that's rude. So I was just like, no. And then you hear all these horror stories, people getting bopped in the back of the head and shit, and getting robbed. No, when I tell you, I put a lock on my little fanny pack, so I looked like an American when I was over there. I did. I had my little. I didn't have a selfie stick, thank God, but they definitely knew my black ass was not from there.
I'm like swinging my fanny pack around.
Yeah, see, no white safety. I can't. No, can't do it.
White safety lets you have more fun.
Well, I'll tell you who's white and not having fun right now. The first lady of our
Greg Abbott.
he's definitely not having fun because he's about to be voted about that seat. Thankfully, hopefully. Anyway, Jill Biden. Ever heard of her? So Jill Biden is probably the most absentee first lady we have ever had in life.
Someone had to say it, but at least she hasn't taken anything else out of the schools because Michelle took that candy and it hurt. It has been hurting ever since.
Well, she needed to, and she was in the garden, and even Melania was reading to the kids. Where has Jill Biden been? Like, you almost forget Bill Biden. You almost forget that Joe Biden.
Joe Byron.
You almost forget he's married because I'm like, where the fuck is Jill? She's
probably tired of his ass too.
I'm like, I don't know if she's teaching right now. Like, I got papers to grade. Fuck the United States of America right now. But she's the most absentee first lady. So anyway,
maybe it's damage control. Maybe it's her PR telling her like, just sit your ass at home.
Yeah, don't go anywhere with it. But she's in the hot seat this week because people are saying that she misspoke and kind of said that Hispanics were as unique as breakfast tacos, which when I heard it, I didn't think she said that. So I'll just play the little clip real quick of what she actually said.
But we can't get those things on our own. Raul helped build this organization with the understanding that the diversity of this community, as distinct as the Bogotas of the Bronx, as beautiful as the blossoms of Miami, and as unique as the breakfast tacos here in San Antonio.
That is, first of all, you could tell by that applause, they were like, what the fuck?
I don't think she was comparing Hispanics to breakfast tacos. I think she was just saying, like, you know how if you go to Chicago and Chicago has like deep dish pizza?
That's not what she said.
Right, but she said as unique as the breakfast tacos are to San Antonio. San Antonio has breakfast.
She didn't say as they are to San Antonio. She said as unique as the breakfast tacos are in San Antonio.
Because San Antonio is known for their breakfast tacos. Any Hispanics out there, if y'all are offended, please let us know in your comments because I'm not Hispanic, so I wasn't
thinking of all the similarities she could have pulled, of all the objects she could have done.
Maybe a spur or the Alamo or something.
Anything else.
Because if she would have said like Georgia, like, oh, as unique as the watermelon and chicken is to black people
in Georgia, y'all would be like, fuck off.
Right.
I just like, she's like, Bogotas are like,
the
bodegas. I thought she meant bodegas, but she said Bogotas, right? So I'm like, isn't that Colombia? What the fuck is she saying?
Isn't that the capital of Colombia? I know geography.
I was trying to help you, Jill, but I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know who wrote that speech. I thought she was trying to say bodegas, which makes sense because that's like
it's like a store.
A huge part of their culture and community. Makes sense.
But tacos are too in San Antonio, though.
I know, but that's like, It's
a slippery slope. I get it.
We could have pulled, like, if they had a list of 5 things and she was like, tacos.
You could have said guns to San Antonio or, hats or boots, cowboy boots or something. But, yeah, she was in the hot seat. Y'all give her, listen, she ain't been out the house. Jill has been grading papers. Give her a break.
She's like, cotton picking in the fields, just like in Texas.
Right.
Girl, who was writing your speeches?
Probably the same people who was writing Melania's and stealing all of Michelle Obama's speeches.
There's yes, you can say that, but why would you say it? Because it's just so close to being a stereotype.
Exactly.
Mexicans eating tacos. She could have been like Mexicans and the beans.
But she didn't say Mexican. She said San Antonio. And San Antonio is known for having really good breakfast tacos.
All right, if you say so.
No, I'm just saying, because if she would have said about black people, I was like, fuck her. But I just, as a black person, I didn't think she was saying it to be offensive like that.
I'm sure she wasn't, but
she's told that.
We are more than breakfast tacos.
Are you guys?
We have paleterias.
That's very true.
We have the Riverwalk. We have the Spurs. The Boots at the mall. The Alamo. We ain't got a lot, but
very true.
Because breakfast tacos may have been our soundest
breakfast
option.
Tacos is like the staple here. You cannot come to San Antonio. It's almost like with Lulu's Bakery. Like, I mean, it's closed now, but the little 3-pound cinnamon roll, amazing.
Did you know? Because people all be like, let's get some bean and cheese tacos. And people are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, so being from South Florida, people don't, like, the Hispanics down there do not eat bean and cheese tacos.
Which is crazy to me because there's nothing like a bean and cheese taco.
But that's Mexican. That's not like Puerto Rican or...
But even down in the valley, they don't eat bean and cheese tacos.
Really?
Yes.
What do they eat down there?
Bean tacos.
Oh.
What's the beans without the cheese?
If you're lactose intolerant.
Well, yeah. But I'm just like, here is like quintessential
Tex-Mex.
Like, I guess that's right. It's
that's
a Tex-Mex
thing.
Yeah. Bean and cheese tacos.
Yeah.
Well, I could... Listen, there's nothing like a bean and cheese taco.
I gained so much weight from them fucking tacos going to, what's that place? Taco Cabana. God damn.
Those tacos used to be 89 cents.
Listen, and then when you get to somebody's like, Mexican grandma's house or some shit, and they just be making you all them goddamn tortillas, man, and you just like, keep them coming. Keep them coming.
When I was in high school, every morning I would have bean and cheese tacos and a huge ass sweet tea.
They're good.
They're good. And then at night, you're drunk, you're on your way home. Tacos.
It's filling. Like people on payday when I first got here, my first job here in Texas, like that's what they used to do on payday Fridays. They would bring tacos.
Tacos, yes. And everyone loves a taco. They're so easy. Please. Everyone loves the bean and cheese.
I'll take the potato and egg too. Those are good.
When you show up with the brown bag that has grease on the bottom, you know what the fuck time it is.
You know you're gonna have a great time that day. Yeah, it's gonna be a great day.
I'm gonna get some tacos on the way.
Definitely a great day. Well, I'll tell you who also is having a great time. Simone Biles. Simone Biles actually was the youngest person to receive the Medal of Freedom, which I think is absolutely amazing, from Joe Biden.
What is the Medal of Freedom?
I think it's a medal that says you've accomplished so many great things in your life.
You're free.
You're free. So no matter what you
do, you can't get in trouble.
It's almost like a what do they call it on like a CSI Miami? Immunity. It's like immunity.
Oh, so she has a get out of jail free card.
Exactly. So any crime she commits, she's free.
An award bestowed by the President of the United States to recognize people who have made, quote, an especially meritorious
I cannot with you.
Meritorious contribution to the security of national interest of the U.S., world peace, cultural, or other significant public or private endeavors. Did she save somebody?
I mean, she's the most decorated gymnast ever. What else do you want her to do?
Oh, I see.
It's almost like Serena Williams should get one. She's the most decorated female tennis player.
I see.
Ellen DeGeneres got one, I guess, for having a TV show. I don't know.
Oh.
Debbie Allen got one. She's an amazing director.
So they're just giving these shits away.
No, Sidney Poitier got one.
I love Sidney Poitier.
Who else got one? There was a bunch of other people. Denzel Washington got one. Notice I'm naming all the black people.
Okay, there is currently no process for the award to be revoked. The issue has been raised regarding certain recipients, in particular regarding the award given to actor, comedian, alleged rapist, Bill Cosby.
He did get one. Yep, that's very true. But I mean, okay. What he did was wrong. However, he did some amazing things. Like, if you look at the amount of money that this man has given to colleges and raised, come on. Just turn his freedom medal a different color.
Let freedom ring.
Just give him a different color. Okay, that was before. That was in his past. It was in the 70s.
Well, that's awesome for her.
Yes.
You probably haven't watched it. Claim to Fame, new show. It comes on after The Bachelorette.
Oh, definitely.
Which you probably don't give a fuck about.
Nah.
But it's all of these like relatives of famous celebrities.
Yeah.
And they're in a house together like Big Brother or whatever. And the whole point of the show is for you to guess who the person is related to, who their famous celebrity is.
Oh, okay.
And so the first thing they all do is you go up there and you give 2 truths and a lie about who your relative is. Mm-hmm. So if mine was Michael Jackson, I would be like, he is, and it was say Michael Jackson was my dad, I'd be like, he's my uncle, he's famous in music and television, and he was in a group with people. So like 2 truths and a lie, and that's how people are supposed to figure it out. Well, fucking Simone Biles' sister is on it. She looks just like Simone Biles.
She does.
Literally identical.
Yeah.
It took 15 minutes for those people to be like, she looks like Simone Biles.
Whoever did the casting, horrible casting.
Horrible casting.
Because they look just alike.
Yeah, and she and poor thing, she wants to be like, I want to be more than Simone Biles' sister. And
you
I'm
can't.
Like, yes, but also you look just like her, and she's famous and amazing.
But what are you doing to not be Simone Biles' sister?
She's on this shitty TV show with Kevin Jonas.
Right, and using Simone Biles. It's almost like Jamie Lynn Spears. Oh, Britney Spears. Bitch, you can't. Yep. You can't escape, unfortunately. I kind of went through that with my sisters. Like, I have 2 older sisters, and we all went to the same, middle school, elementary, middle school, high school. So everybody always knew me as like their little sister. And I'm like, no, bitch, I'm Monica. So then, of course, I had to stand out. And what was I? The fighter. Anyway, neither here nor there. So
glad you made your mark.
I was in the band. I played flag football. I did HOSA. I did a whole bunch of stuff.
And you got into fights.
Not really. protecting the podcast?
Allegedly.
No, I was a nice person. Anyway, what were you talking about Starbucks?
I love Starbucks.
Okay.
Oh,
other than that,
love it. Great place. They have been closing down shops. I think they closed about 16 stores in LA, Seattle, and one other place.
Georgia. I don't know.
No, it was up
California.
somewhere. I'll have to do some digging.
Chicago.
But they're closing these stores because people are like, they're unsafe working environments because the areas that they're in, people are coming in and doing drugs. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's so nice that they fear the safety of their employees so much that they're like, we're shutting this shit down. It's gotten too bad. There's too many incidents.
Are you sure there wasn't like a tax on the actual employees? Because it had to have been a tax. Like,
I'm sure there was a lot of stuff going on, and it was because people were publicly doing drugs in the Starbucks.
Wow.
Shit must be rough for you to do drugs in a Starbucks. I feel like that's more of like a Jack in the Box kind of situation.
Crystals.
Yeah, we need like a Waffle House.
Taco Bell.
Exactly.
Like, definitely Waffle House. Yes. People do a shit ton. Denny's, IHOP. Yes.
No one's rolling up. Like, give me an iced coffee.
Yeah.
And I'm need a fucking spoon and
I'm trying to study for an exam, and you're out here getting high. What's wrong with y'all?
Can you imagine? The crackhead singing in the back. You're trying to put your, like, Bose headphones on.
That makes no sense. Oh,
yeah.
OMG. I cannot. That's horrible.
Put some respect on Starbucks' name.
Seriously. What else were you telling me about last thing before we go into what we're watching? What were you talking about Ricky Martin?
Ricky Martin. Do you like Ricky Martin?
I did when he first came out with the, what was that?
Living La Vida Loca.
Living La Vida Loca. She had dumps like a truck. That's not the song. That's
what? The remix?
That's because it's Cisco's version. Yeah.
The thong song?
Exactly. But yeah, no, Ricky Martin was very cute. I mean, I think he still is a gorgeous man. And then he came out as gay. I was like,
yes,
okay.
he did. No, that was, when did he come out?
It was after,
because it was like not quote unquote cool. Like, I feel like that was a big thing.
No, I think it was cool to come out as gay. I think it was after the whole Ellen DeGeneres stuff. And people were like super comfortable with like gay people, and it wasn't looked at such as a stigma or whatever. Because he came out and everybody was like, "Okay, bitch, what we having for dinner tonight? Who cares? Like, what the fuck?"
So allegedly, he is being, what's the word I'm looking for? Accused of being inappropriate sexually with his nephew. So like of an incestual relationship. And he's saying that his nephew is dealing with deep mental health changes and challenges, and this is all unfounded. But I was like, what a horrible claim to make if it's untrue. If it is true, but also if it's untrue.
Because I mean, I mean, you haven't heard him like be inappropriate with anybody.
Exactly. Like Ricky Martin just lives his own life. I haven't heard anything about him.
The biggest scandal he has had is that he came out as gay. That's it.
Yeah. So, and his nephew is 21 years old also.
Okay.
So they're gonna have a hearing in Puerto Rico.
Why is it going to Puerto Rico? Is that where the
I think that's where
stuff happened? Oh wow, yeah. Jeez.
But isn't that insane? Like Ricky Martin, what has he been doing? Nothing.
Well, I mean, he's been.
Oh, you know what I think he did do? Do you remember Versace? Versace? Yeah. Versace. The American crime show.
Yeah.
And he played the boyfriend of Versace.
Ricky Martin did.
Ricky Martin did. In like the last few years. That's the last thing I remember him doing. And it was good.
Oh, okay.
But that sucks. I hope that's not true.
I hope that's not true either. That's horrible. Well, Doja Cat's in the hot seat too because she's allegedly Doja Cat was in the inbox of one of the cast members from Stranger Things.
So
he's 17 years old, I think.
She texted him to ask about hooking her up with another one of the Stranger Things people. Mm-hmm. And he reposted the screenshot allegedly and was like, ha ha ha, this is so funny. And she was like, why the fuck would you do that?
So she was allegedly trying to hook up with somebody who was of age.
I do believe he is of age, yes. Okay. Not the 17-year-old.
So she wasn't trying to come after the 17-year-old.
No. She was
people made it seem like she was trying to holler at the 17-year-old.
No, how old is this guy? Hold, please. Stranger Things.
Because I hate that then. Because people are like, oh, she lost 200,000 followers. Who cares? She has like 1 billion followers. Like, who cares?
Let me see how old this man is. He's new. He's in the new season. He is 29.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then why are they making a big deal out? Because she blasted the 17-year-old.
Okay, so from what I read, she texted, what is his name? Noah? Mm-hmm. Noah Schnapp.
Who's 17.
Who is 17. And she was like, hey, this guy named Joseph Quinn who plays Eddie in the show, which you haven't seen, but that would make sense if you saw it.
Yeah.
She was like, hey, is he single? Does he have a girlfriend? Like, tell him I'm trying to holler at him. And Noah was like, slide into his DMs. And she was like, I don't know any of his social media stuff. Mm-hmm. So he just sent her his social media, like, account.
Yeah.
And that conversation, there was like 4 messages. That's what he reposted. And then she went on to TikTok or Instagram Live or whatever and was like, that's shitty that he would do that. That was my personal conversation. That's snake behavior. He's a weasel.
Yeah, see, people try to make it seem like she was trying to holler at the 17-year-old.
No, see, and that's what I thought too, but that's not what happened. And so then after, he was like, oh, I talked to her. I still love her music. I'm sorry. I thought it was a joke and I realized it was inappropriate. And so it seems like it's quote unquote squash, but you can't come for the stranger things.
But not even that. The way that the media, which is not his fault, but the way he put it out there, allegedly, you're making her look like she's a pedophile. Like she's coming after you.
Like the way that the media presented
exactly.
This, yes.
And because of what you did, the media spent it that way. And like I said, I'm not saying that it's his fault, but you still put it out there, so technically it kind of is your fault.
Because that was the big thing is 17-year-old Noah
exactly.
Noah Schnapp,
it made it seem like she was trying to holler at him, and that could have cost her millions of dollars when that wasn't true.
Well, it cost her what, like thousands of fans?
I think it was like 200,000 followers, but those people never really liked her anyway, because if you didn't wait for the full story to come out, then you clearly got an issue.
Yeah, literally. It was 4 messages. It was just, Noah, can you tell Joseph to hit me up? Wait, no, does he have a girlfriend? He said, Elma, slide into his DMs. She said, I don't know his IG or Twitter. He doesn't have a DM to slide in. And then he just sent the account and said, right here.
This is why you don't talk to children.
This is also like, that's the story? That's not even a real story.
It's not even a real story. I don't even know how people flip that into like...
That was like the nicest exchange. And that's like also the most normal, casual exchange ever.
But the fact that you leaked it, like, I hope that shows him as a 17-year-old, listen, what happens in your DMs, as long as it's appropriate, keep that shit in your DMs, because now you've made an enemy of Doja Cat.
That's not an enemy you want.
It's really not.
But also, you don't want a Stranger Things enemy, because the girls, the gays, and the theys for Stranger Things, they come for you.
Yeah, but the gays are also for Doja.
That's true.
I think there are more gays that are for Doja.
She got some barbs. I don't know what Doja barbs are called, but
Dojians. I don't know. What are you watching?
What am I not watching? I'm watching Stranger Things season 4.
Oh, damn, you already caught up? Shoot,
I'm on the current season.
Sorry.
Great, amazing, wonderful, beautiful, spectacular, out of this world. Love it. Spooks me out at sometimes, but it's good. I watched...
Sorry, do they have survival tactics on Stranger Things or not really?
I mean, they're in high school. Yeah. They're like in middle school and in high school.
That.
So unless you know someone with telekinesis, not really.
No.
But it's still worth a watch.
Okay.
I watched Persuasion, which is a remake of... It's like a Jane Austen novel with Dakota Johnson and the hot guy from Crazy Rich Asians. Mm-hmm. Period piece.
Yeah.
It was all right. Nothing to write home about. If you like a historical fiction, if you like Pride and Prejudice, give it a watch. Casting's kind of cute.
Cool beans.
I watched The Bear on Hulu. Heard of it? Know anything about it? Did you watch Shameless?
No.
Great. Okay, awesome. The Lip from Shameless is in this new show on Hulu. It is so good. I binged it in a day.
Yeah.
And it is about this like awesome up and coming Michelin star chef. He's got a death in the family, so he has to go back to Chicago. He takes over his family restaurant. It's like a sandwich shop in Chicago. And it's just about him being this like top of the world chef and having to go back to this like shitty little sandwich shop. And it's been run by the same people forever. He's now owning it. He has to take it over. He's trying to make money. He's trying to switch things up. This little black girl comes along because she knows the chef that he is and she wants to work with him. So it's just about them in the restaurant. But it was so good.
Okay.
So it's on Hulu. If you liked Lip and Shameless, you'll like it a lot.
Cool beans.
Yeah, that's what I got. What about you? What are you watching?
Excuse me. I'm still rewatching Living Single because I'm obsessed with that show. Anyway, and I can literally
not Miss Pat.
No, I'm reciting her show too because her show comes out. Her new the new season comes out August the 11th on BET Plus, and also she signed a multi-year deal with BET, so she's also coming out with a season 3. I don't know when the season 3 is going to come out, but they are almost done with season 3. But anyway, so I've still been watching Miss Pat and Living Single, but also I started Resident Evil,
the new one, Netflix.
I'm not liking it so far. I've seen the first episode.
It looks kind of slow.
Yeah, because it's 8 episodes, and I'm like, no, why would y'all do that? And then I don't know if the original girl, she played in Fifth Element. And she was the original Resident Evil with the orange hair, whatever, who comes in and kills everybody and kills the 2 dogs and everything. I don't know if she's in it. I hope she is, but it's just, it gets weirder and weirder.
That's why I always confuse Resident Evil for Fifth Element.
No, they are not the same.
I know they're not the same, but if you ask me really quick, The only thing that gets me is Chris Tucker. Like, I can't pull it out.
Exactly. And Bruce Willis.
Yeah. But when I think of her, I'm like,
She's an amazing actress, though. But she, to me, I felt like when Angelina Jolie was no longer Tomb Raider, she should have been Tomb Raider.
Oh, that would have been a good one.
I think she should have been Tomb Raider from the very beginning, or Laura Croft.
But they picked that little girl.
Yeah. I was like, y'all should have did that. But anyway, I've also been listening to Octavia Spencer.
Not Butler.
Not Butler. I love her too, but no. Octavia Butler.
Oh no.
Why do we keep doing this? Octavia Spencer is the actress. Octavia Butler is the author. So
what the hell are you listening to?
I'm listening to Octavia Butler.
But what if Octavia Spencer went and did the audio book for all of Octavia Butler?
I think it would be amazing because she has a beautiful voice. She has a wonderful speaking
Octavia,
and reading
if you're listening, we have a proposition.
Yes. So to help us remember
So what are you listening to?
So I'm listening to Octavia Butler's
Okay.
Parable of Talents. It's the second or the second version or whatever, the continuation of Parable of a Sower. So, but this one is Parable of Talents. And I keep texting one of our old coworkers about like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? She's like, you got to keep listening. Like I love listening to audiobooks. I hate reading, but I love listening to audiobooks. I can't
do the audiobook.
Yeah. I just listen to it like while I'm at work doing stuff, and it's just like I can actually do more work, and I'm more productive when I'm following an actual story.
Huh.
But like meetings and stuff, no, because I'm not listening to that shit.
My mind will wander unless I physically can track the book.
No, I hate that.
But I can listen to a podcast and work.
Yeah, I can listen to podcasts too. Like, because I used to listen to Miss Pat. Well, I still listen to Miss Pat's podcast. But
at work when you were typing.
I was laughing all the time. People are like, what are you laughing? I'm like,
y'all, she would be cackling to herself. The room is silent. We're like, what is wrong with you?
Y'all, if y'all have not listened to Miss Pat's podcast, The Pat Down, like, I know we're a podcast and I'm giving free promo. I don't care. This podcast is freaking hilarious. Like, just the stuff that comes out of her mouth is like, she's hilarious. Oh my God. And she's
hilarious.
Anyway. But she's funny. Anyway, you ready to go into the Rehab Corner?
Let's mosey on over.
All right. So in the Rehab Corner, this is going to get a little dark, very fast. Anyway, so there was this story that I read on.
This is a story all about how my life got switched, turned upside down.
For real, this one person. So anyway, I'm a part of this group on Facebook called Alternative Health Careers, and it's a space for PT/OT and speech therapists to be a part of, to learn about new opportunities, for you to just get out your feelings, your thoughts, all that good kind of stuff. So they posted recently in this group this article that was very traumatic, I think, and I think everybody else will feel the same way. So the headline is, female therapist is tortured and repeatedly raped for 15 hours after being taken hostage by a client, 20 years old, who was shot in the head by cops who forced their way into his home to rescue her. So basically,
was it home health?
It was a home health physical therapist. So,
I told y'all motherfuckers, this is why I'm not doing home health.
I personally, as a physical therapist, I do not agree with doing home health, because nowadays people are just crazy.
Especially for the ladies.
Exactly.
No way, Jose.
So
I have white safety, but I'll draw the line. I'm not willingly walking into your home.
I would bring a gun. The unfortunate part, too, is that this continues to perpetuate the cycle that people in Florida are crazy, because it happened
in Florida. Of course it did.
And it happened in South Florida.
Of course it happened in Florida.
You don't know where that guy's from. But anyway, so the victim basically says she's a 20-year-old.
20 years old?
Yeah. I'm sorry. She's not 20 years old. Sorry. The
guy was 20 years old.
Yeah. So the female therapist, she was transferred to one of the hospitals or whatever. And she basically said that the suspect, I don't know if I want to get this graphic with it. Oh, but my here we God. Go. Jesus Lord. I read this already, but then reading it again. So anyway.
I'm here and I haven't read it.
So he basically, the affidavit reveals that he tortured the victim and that the suspect was biting her nipple, raping her multiple times, including with the vibrator massager. And he faces charges of armed false imprisonment and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. So basically, the therapist had been seeing this particular patient for about 7 months, I think the article said. And so she knows him and had built a rapport. The parents also too were always home every time the therapist came to the house. Mm-hmm. Well, this one particular day that this happened, the parents were not home, and so they said that in the article,
he'd been planning this shit
probably. And so what ended up, but it was still a scheduled therapy session, and so the victim said that the session was going okay, but then he started like acting erratic, and so she was trying to get him to like redirect him in his behaviors and stuff like that. And then he started to close the blinds. He took her phone, started getting really aggressive with her, and then like he tied her up and all that kind of stuff. She somehow convinced him to use her cell phone or to give her back her cell phone. That's when she called 911. The police came. They actually shot the guy in the head, which I believe they should have shot and fucking killed him. But anyway,
that's why you wear an Apple Watch, because you can call 911 from your watch.
Yeah, because he put her phone. He took her phone and put it on airplane mode and then wrapped it in aluminum foil and duct tape, and then he bound her hands behind her back. What the fuck was all that about? That was premeditated. So yeah, but for 15 hours, this girl was basically...
His parents weren't home for 15 hours?
They must have went out of town and didn't tell her, because I'm just like, that is insane. So he kept grabbing her throat, choking her and all that kind of stuff. Erratic behavior. So he did cut her a couple times. He did stab her a couple times, I think.
No one... So I don't work home health. I've never have, because this kind of shit scares me.
Yeah.
Like that. This is truly my worst fear, is me being held against my will. Mm-hmm. But you don't check in with someone. 15 hours is a long time.
Yeah. Oh, let me correct myself. So what ended up happening was, the reason why she got found is because her boyfriend, so the victim's partner, grew. He was concerned that she wasn't answering her phone. So they asked the police to do a welfare check. And so when the police got there, that's when they saw all of this stuff. So I'm just like, yeah. And he forced her. Thank God
she had a boyfriend. What if she didn't have a partner?
She would probably still be there until his parents got there.
Dude, honestly, worst case scenario. This
is horrible. So for every home health PT, OT, and speech therapist, this is a story not to scare you, but to make you very vigilant about what you're doing. Please be careful. Carry a knife, a gun, whatever. Because at the end of the day, your mission should always be to get home safely. So I just can't believe that happened.
So when I was like 8...
Oh, geez.
My mom told me, like, I remember we had the Silence of the Lambs VHS.
Oh.
And my mom was like, do not watch this movie. And I was like, okay. So I watched. Naturally, I watched the movie. Yeah. Scared the shit out of me.
Right.
But to this day, like, when I think, like, whenever someone has told me about home health or like, oh, you should do home health, all that plays to me is like when he's in his house and she's in that hole in the ground. Yep. And I'm like, that's the kind of I know that's the kind of shit I would walk into in someone's house.
Yeah,
like,
with your white safety, you'd be like, that
would be my home health journey, is I'm like, let's do some fucking range of motion. And then they push me down into a hole.
Yeah. Even in Criminal Minds, there was an episode where the guy was killing physical therapists, and he kept going to, because he got in a car accident, and his dad was drunk driving, and he was like a star football player. So his dad got into a car accident with him. He got ejected out of the car and became a quad base or a para. And so his football career was over. So he's always like blamed his father, which obviously it's your father's fault. But anyway, so he couldn't, I guess he was a complete, or maybe it was an incomplete, but anyway, he didn't have control over his anatomy to be aroused. So the only way he was aroused was by killing women. So his dad would go and get the women, bring them back to the house, and because he had physical therapy services, they would come to the house. Well, as soon as they got to the house, they would do their, evaluation or whatever with him. And then when they would get ready to leave, the mother would lock the door, and then he would kill them, and then the father would dispose of the body. Well, this one particular therapist that he had was continuous, and they had built a rapport, the same thing, but he liked her. And so when he finally told her that, hey, I like you, and she was over there for a dinner or whatever, and the mom, he went ahead and told her like, oh, I like you for real. And she was like, well, I have a boyfriend. And so then he was just like, what the fuck? And so she went to his room to go get his pills or whatever, because I guess he hadn't taken his pills that day. And the pills somehow dropped on the floor. So of course, once she goes up underneath the bed, she sees like this necklace that had been that belonged to a girl that was missing before her.
Oh no!
And so the mother came in and was just like, "You shouldn't be in here." And of course, the Criminal Minds people, they all, Spencer and all them, they all rescued her before she died and everything. But I was like, this is why I will not.
It's just not safe to be a lady out here in these streets. It isn't.
No, it really is.
And not. I think it's. I remember telling someone, they're like, you should do home health, and I was like, I am a young adult woman, and I'm not walking into someone's house. Even just like, when you're in not a hotel room. I'm not in a hotel room with strange people. When you're in a hospital room with a strange, like a man in particular, and he's being strange, and even you're like, I don't like this, and you gotta leave. You know what I mean? But like, there's people around, and hopefully he's bedbound.
Hopefully.
But I don't want to lock myself in someone's house.
Yeah, no. I just don't, like, because even today, like, if you come to my house and do maintenance or whatever, like, even today, as hot as it was, I had on regular t-shirt and some shorts, right? Not like, coochie shorts or nothing like that, but just some workout shorts. When the guy came to fix my AC, you know what I had in my pocket?
A gun.
And the print was right there. And I made sure he saw that print. And it was on my right-hand side. So I want you to understand. And I will continue to say this. There are no safeties on my guns. So when I pull it out, I'm already ready to use it. Because I don't have time to be, hold on. Let me take my safety off. No. The safety is already, there's no safety on it, period. But, I mean, even when you go into these situations, anytime I have, even when the ADT people came over to, like, when I first bought my house, doing all these inspections, I got a gun on me. I'm not playing with y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know who the hell y'all are. If y'all done set some shit up. Listen, listen, I'm going down fighting.
Because it's like, if someone wants to do something to you, they're not going to act crazy because they don't want you to be, they want you to be unsuspecting. So they're going to be nice, and they're going to play nice, and then they're going to jump out and get you.
Exactly.
But not us. Maybe me, but not her.
Not me. No, I don't play with people. I'm already halfway paranoid. Majority of the time, I'm the nosy neighbor. I'll look at my blinds. What are y'all doing out there? What are y'all doing?
Meanwhile, I'm like, whoop, that's weird.
Okay, let me just go back and
someone the other day. Who was it? I was just with someone. Oh, my cousin. She was like, oh yeah, because I posted all those pictures from Mexico. She was like, yeah, and all the pictures you posted, the people in the back are like staring at y'all. And I was like, what?
And you keep trying to convince me to go out of town with you? Fuck no.
I'm a great time.
No.
Because I don't do... Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you'll have me ended up so... Hell no. No.
I operate under God's plan. God's will. Whatever's going to happen to me, whatever happens. You should have seen me when I lost my phone. I was like, well, God's plan.
He wanted you to get a new iPhone?
He wanted me to get a new phone.
I think that was really
the 14's
Apple.
coming out, probably.
I was going to say, that was Apple wanted you to get a new phone. They mysteriously took it from you. But,
yeah. Well, you know what's crazy is the guy at the AT&T store was saying, like, oh, yeah, the new Apple iPhone's coming out in a couple of weeks. And my mom was like, oh, yeah, because he's like, yeah, people are already ramping up for it. We're going to do pre-order. She was like, well, what's the difference? And he's like, we don't know. We won't know until Apple releases it. And I'm like, people just, like, get so wet over the shit that they're like, I'll just buy it.
Yeah, it's and the things is they do the same thing.
They're
gonna change one little feature, but this is why people don't. I think this is why people have more, I would say, mental health disorders, and the reason why I say that is because there is no build up to anything. Everything is instant gratification. Yeah. And I think this is why this generation now, especially with these mass shootings and stuff like that, you tell someone no one time and they fucking lose it. Versus, and all these participation trophies and bullshit. I think it's stupid. It's like, again, you had to build up when the iPhone first came out, you didn't get another one until like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Like, why
you were stuck with that shit.
And why are cell phones like reinventing themselves every single year? Like, we have managed to take a laptop and squeeze it into our hands. Like, literally.
And then we made them smaller. Yes. And then we made them bigger.
You can scan, you can do photography, you can fax, you can do a whole damn paper on this shit. Like, it's so you can watch movies. You're replacing your whole life in your hand. And it's like, well, that's the way that the world is going, so we can't undo it, unfortunately, because now you've given people too much and it's a microwave generation. But I'm just like, God damn, slow down the technology. Jesus.
When you said participation, it reminded me of that video when she's like, we've been waiting a long periodically time. The buses is dirty. The buses is nasty. The buses is not new.
Oh, God.
I love that video.
Oh, gosh, that's too funny. Do we want to talk about this last subject, or we want to go ahead and just call it a day? It's Saddle PE.
No.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just talk about that next time.
Let's talk about it next time.
Yeah. It's more so medically related anyway.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Yeah, don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Why is that kid so freaking cute?
That's the splat.
That's the splat. Randy, what you got on?
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
Just that splat.
But right there. So this week is going to be an amazing week on purpose. I already know I can feel it in my bones.
I feel it in my fingers. Mm-hmm. I feel it in my toes. This week is going to be great. Tony the Tiger style.
Absolutely.
I'm going to get back on the horse. I'm not going to spend any crazy money. I'm not traveling anywhere for like the next month. I'm going to organize shit in my house. I'm going to make my AC work. I'm going to
respond to people on Twitter.
I'm going to respond to people on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram.
Yes.
I'm going to do it.
And YouTube. Yep.
And YouTube. I refilled my Vyvanse prescription. We're going to have a good day.
Oh, yeah.
A good week.
Yes. My AC is fixed, y'all. I am happy to have my AC back so I can actually rest, because y'all know I'm obese and I have eczema, and that don't go together with me.
You got eczema?
I got eczema, girl. So, yes, I'm glad that I have my AC back. But you know what this did teach me, though, before we get out of here? One thing about life, when life happens to you, it shows you your level of maturity and how to deal with things that you cannot control. Like, I'm so grateful, God, that I am passing these tests. I keep asking for you not to test me because I'm not. I don't want to be a soldier in your army.
Strongest soldier's hardest test, baby.
No, because like, I don't believe that Jesus needs us. I don't. Like, you're strong all by yourself. And I don't think that.
I think it's like, have you seen Elf?
Yeah, of course.
You know, and how Santa Claus can only power his sleigh when everyone believes.
Yeah,
maybe it's like that.
Jesus, I believe you. I've been believing you since birth. But
listen,
you know, I don't need to be tested. I'm okay. I'm a nice person, Lord. I am good to go. But here's my thing. As soon as I saw that or felt that my AC was blowing out hot air, and I had that little vapor thing with one of my coworkers. Shouts out to Don. Thank you, Don, for you and your wife, beautiful wife, for coming to my house and crawling up in my attic to make sure
up in your attic?
He did, to make sure that my house was not on fire, because I thought my house was on fire. People. They really are. And so as soon as I was like, it's getting hotter in my house, and the temperature kept going up to like 81, and I was just sitting there like, Monica, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, you don't know how to fix an AC. There's nothing you can do. You're going to have to wait for these people to get here. And this is just teaching you patience. Okay, you have resources. You have ceiling fans. You have a box fan. You're just going to have to learn how to just suck it up. So I'm grateful for maturity. I'm grateful for maturity. I didn't get mad. I didn't cuss, fuss. Because what would that solve?
Bitch, that's how I was in Mexico. As soon as I walked into the house, half of us were drunk. Half of us had shoulder slumped. My girls had my back, though, because my mom's the one who opened the door.
Yeah.
My friend Megan was like, this wasn't her fault.
Tell your mom already.
And my mom was like, what happened? I was like, I lost my phone. She was like, that's it? She goes, everyone's okay. Mm-hmm. She's like,
you can get another phone.
Get in the fucking house.
Yeah,
you're fine.
Yeah, so
and that's right. Like, in the grand scheme of things, like, especially the year we've had with everything going on and like everyone we've lost and all of that shit, like, it will be fine. It will be okay.
But it also, too, it just brings you back to like responsibility. Get your AC service. For those homeowners out there, get your AC service once a year. Do all your maintenance. You get so comfortable. You get so like, you expect it to happen. It's a subconscious thing that you think about. So it just kind of brings things back into perspective.
If you're proactive, you don't have to be reactive.
Absolutely. So I'm grateful that my AC is fixed and blowing nice cold air. And
in this damn heat.
Yes, absolutely. So,
but it's gonna be a great week. It's not even August yet.
It's not even August yet. We got, and then the thing is, the heat index this whole week is supposed to be like,
if you look at the map, it's just red, like bright ass red.
Every day the high is at least 102.
Beautiful.
With 2 days being 104. The good thing is the low is like 73, 74, 75, but it's still hot as hell.
The best part is when it's like, it's 102 outside, and you scroll down and you're like, but it feels like 110. Exactly. And you're like, shit.
And I did cut my grass on Friday night. Thank God I did that. But it actually wasn't bad. It was like 92 degrees outside, but it was not bad.
Friday did feel good. The storm blew in. Yes, and it felt nice outside.
It did. And so that because I went out there at like 7:30 and I cut my grass at 7:30 at night.
90 is cool.
And then of course I had to cut some trees and stuff. And I was like, Monica, why do you always do this? Just come out and cut your grass and call it a day. But no, I had to trim trees. But I did, and I got everything done. Came in and took a nice cold shower. Your
neighbor's grass looks really nice.
What neighbor? The one who resodded?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that fucking bastard. He was my lawn guy. We keep saying that that I'm gonna get him to resod my stuff. So yeah, I need to get my lawn resodded because it looks a hot mess. It's bald. It's got patches.
I walked outside and my neighbor was watering the grass, and I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "I know, I need to do it." And
she was like, a whole sprinkler system, and I still don't turn it on.
She was like, "It's okay. The HOA won't write you up for dead grass, just for tall grass." And I was like, "Thanks."
Exactly. Because my HOA even too, they were just like, "Oh, they sent me an email, you bastards." They sent me an email talking about, your lawn needs to be mowed. Bitch, it's 108 degrees. You come mow this shit. I'm not about to pass out and get a goddamn heat stroke because some raggedy ass grass out here. Fuck you, HOA.
And people are getting heat strokes. Y'all need to stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated. Like,
drink
stop
your
drinking
water,
all these sodas.
get your liquid IV.
I mean, you got a soda, but I got water. Drink your water. Damn it. Anyway.
Damn it.
Have a great week on purpose, y'all.
On purpose. I like that.
Yes. Remember to spread love.
Spread light. And don't forget to laugh your face off. Were you going to touch my button?
I really was. I don't know why.
Don't touch my button.
My bad.
Oh, shit.
Is it broke completely now?
I think it may be broke for real.
That's okay.
I might have some. I need to find it.
We need to get new ones in because look at this shit. We don't do anything crazy. Why the fuck are these things not lasting? That is just insane.
There we go.
Hey, did you guys enjoy this episode? If so, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, including
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at The Face Off Pod. New episodes are released every Tuesday.
Thanks for watching.